This is the #1 item I've bought and resold on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp, and generally how I make a consistent profit. Today, we're breaking down the Bowflex SelectTech adjustable dumbbells, what they generally sell for, and probably most importantly, the things you have to watch out for. So what are the Bowflex adjustable dumbbells? There's primarily two types of adjustable dumbbells. They sell a 52-pound option and a 90-pound option. I should also note there are two models for that 52-pound option. A Series 1, which is a little older, those appear gray, and then the Series 2, which is red, and those are a little newer. Now, why do people want them? I would say in general, most people just want adjustable dumbbells because they save tons of space. And why the Bowflex ones? Because they're the most common. Are they the best adjustable dumbbells? Absolutely not. I will say the 52-pound options are pretty compact, really easy to adjust and quick to adjust, not very durable. We're gonna cover more of that later. But I like to look at the Bowflex adjustable dumbbells as almost a gateway into adjustable dumbbells and home gym equipment in general. Let's do a quick search here on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace, and you can see there is an abundance of them that is selling. The retail prices on these are $480 for the 52-pound adjustable, and $800 for the 1090s. Now these will sell significantly cheaper on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. And just like I said, kind of a gateway into doing it. What happens is a lot of people buy these and never end up actually using them. So you're often able to find really good deals on these, super cheap. Now it's gonna vary from market to market, but typically where I live, the 52-pound dumbbells without a stand will sell for $250 if you're willing to wait a bit, or $200 if you're looking to just get rid of them. Typically, if you're patient, and like we covered in the first video, if you're searching for these, every now and then these pop up for, sometimes people will sell them for 50 bucks for the 52-pound option. That's pretty rare. I would say it's more common to see it to 100 to 150. If I see it in that range, typically I'm going out to pick them up, because I'll make $100 profits on that. Fast forward to the end of the video for a full buyer's guide on what prices you should pay to pick these up. Now, for today's video, we are actually covering the 1090-pound set. I actually don't mind the 52-pound set. The 1090 set I find to be just too awkward and cumbersome. My example for this here is the 10-pound weight increment. You still pick up the whole dumbbell here. Not ideal. You're still saving a ton of space by doing this. 10 to 90 pounds of weight increments in this small compact space is awesome, and why people want adjustable dumbbells. Let's go ahead and cover common issues with them, and that brings us to this set today actually. I paid $100 for these. He didn't know what was wrong with them. And there's primarily really one issue that you run into with the Bowflex dumbbells a lot. This was actually kind of a unique one. First, let's cover the main issue you're going to run into. The primary issue you're going to see, and I always ask people this when I'm going to buy these, is are there any broken discs? Does it pick up at every weight setting? And what often happens with these is you see these little discs right here. These will actually snap in a portion like so. I actually have a whole graveyard of broken Bowflex dumbbell discs. The good news is that very quick, easy to repair, easy-ish. I am not handy at all, but you just need 2 wrenches. Bowflex has a little end cap symbol. If you pop that off, it's just a little bolt. You get both sides popped off, you unscrew it. There's videos on this. Watch the videos, it's really helpful. But essentially, you can get replacement parts on eBay for $10 to $15. So this person's getting rid of this because they can't fix it. Typically it's a $10 to $15 repair. The 1090 set's gonna sell for $400. You paid $100. That's a lot of profit if you're willing to put in just a little bit of time to fix it. Now I kind of mentioned this 1090 set was actually kind of a more unique issue, what was wrong with them. And it took me just a bit to figure out what was wrong. With the Bowflex dumbbells, all the weights have little tabs and they're all supposed to be facing out. So if you look here, all of the tabs are facing out. In this case, this dumbbell was not coming out, which happens often and you just really need to pull. But this time it was not happening. So I popped off those little end tabs and loosened it, and sure enough, one of the little tabs was facing the wrong direction. So let's take a look here. All these tabs, and when I'm saying tabs, what I'm referring to is this piece here. They're all facing out. This really needs a good cleaning, I know. But what happened here is this tab was facing inward, which is actually really tough to even get down. But it had everything completely jammed up. You can see it actually broke on here, which is why I bought a replacement disc for $15 on eBay. And now we're good to go. Works totally fine. If you go ahead and decide to start searching Bowflex dumbbells today, what are the main things you're going to be looking for? What are the main things you're going to be asking for? You can usually tell when one is in good condition. Oftentimes I'll see some that have been left outside. They're completely sun faded. It just don't look the best. When they turn, it doesn't sound smooth at all. If you go pick up a set, the first thing I want you to do is set it to the lowest weight setting, because that's going to pull up just the empty handle and look at all the discs. And sometimes it's actually hard to see. Like sometimes it's a small crack. Like I have these two that it's really subtle and it's hard to notice. And you really want to look at that because it might work on a 52-pound setting, but when you set it to 20 pounds, it won't lift up one of the weights. So you really want to check all settings, but first check just the 5-pound lightest setting. See what you can tell from that. Take it from there. That's the main thing you're going to look. Also, just ask the person. I've driven out 35 minutes after I asked, and he said it worked fine. Then he was like, yeah, it just doesn't work on the 30 and 35-pound setting. And if they don't work on like one setting, that's such a deal breaker, and it's such when you're bargaining with people. If there's anything wrong with an item, instantly the price gets cut so far down. Even if you're giving a discount, it's still bargaining tools for the buyer to be like, well, it doesn't work fully. And they're easy to fix, but it is slightly tedious. There are some parts and components in the Bowflex dumbbell where if you're changing it and something falls out, it's kind of a hassle to put that back together. Major takeaways from this video. I would focus on the 52-pound ones. Those are a lot more common, and just your average gym goer that's looking into adjustable dumbbells, 50 pounds is enough for them, and that's all they're looking for. They don't need the 90-pound ones. I also just don't like the 90-pound ones, and I feel like those who are more serious in getting into those heavier dumbbells will look at other adjustable dumbbell options like power blocks, Nobels, Rep-ins. Those are much better options. The 52-pound ones are a great gateway and also a gateway into buying and selling things. So when should you be dropping everything and going to pick these up right away? That's going to be anywhere from $0 to $100. Anything in that range, you're going to make a lot of money buying and selling these, because these will sell for, again, $250 to $300. Good deals I would also consider going and picking up right away are anywhere from $100 to $180. This, a lot of it depends how close it is to your location. Is it worth that drive? Is it worth the profit and how much time you're going to be putting in? Those are things that I like to factor in when it comes to buying them. Now, the Bowflex 1090s, you've listened to me complain about them, but these are still a good buy every now and then. Buyer's guide. If you see the 1090s listed anywhere from $100 to $250, that's where I want you purchasing these. If they get up to $300, you could still consider that. Again, convenience factor, consider where they are. If it's worth it, go ahead and go pick them up for $300 as well. Past that, I just don't know if it's worth it unless it's really down the street. But that's my buyer's guide. Thanks for watching this full review on Bowflex adjustable dumbbells. Hopefully now you feel extremely confident on what to pay and how much to sell them for. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe, check out my other videos as well, especially the beginner guide, know exactly what you should be paying and the 3 items that you should be focusing on. Next week, I'm going to be publishing a video of exactly what I bought in 1 week and how much I made and how much time I spent buying these items. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe again. Thank you.